gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed. I think this is like I don't know if it's because there's so many people here. Just, I don't know. I figure that he's probably detoxing and depressed. Like, just, that's a lot of laying down. That's a lot of laying down. So he agreed that we have to take a long walk tomorrow. Yeah, so. Hi, babe. Thought you were laying down. I just rolled one. Sorry. I would, if I knew you were staying out here, I probably would have. Sorry. I was just saying into the thing that I should probably try to take a couple of walks the last couple of days we're here. I know we got to take a walk tomorrow, but maybe like Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll just do a stuff around the trails or whatever, so I can go like fast and stuff. Tomorrow's the first. I'm still supposed to try to stop smoking tomorrow, but I'll walk out to the thing with you. Get more tobacco, Diet Coke. If we decide to go back camping, I have to do a thing where I just go like in the morning or something while you're still sleeping. Otherwise, I'll never stop smoking. Is that what this is? Yeah, it's 50%. I'm just sitting here going, because I just lit a cigarette and then checked it. And when I should have plugged it in before I lit this. So I was going to light it and then light the fire so I can make my two s'mores. But I'll plug this in first. I might be sitting here in the dark for a while waiting for this thing to charge. If it's 50%, that means it's going to take at least 30 minutes to charge all the way. I left a message with the library about the thing because it's due back on the 2nd, that I can't bring it back till the 4th. I guess I renewed it too many times. Yeah, that's how I've had it this long. If people were wondering if they're pissed and they've been waiting for it, you're going to wait 2 more days. Sorry. I'm in Taunton and I don't drive. Yeah. So. Well, we knew when we stopped by Quincy that I couldn't renew it again. And we didn't really have time. We weren't in Cambridge. We have literally not been back to Cambridge since I left there on the 23rd of July. And Brian hasn't been back there since the 24th of June when he was attacked and someone attempted to murder him. I don't think that they do late fees. What I'm concerned about is if they won't let you check out a thing again if it's late. So I'm hoping, since the message and it's only 2 days, that won't happen. We can't really do telehealth on our phones. There's always a problem. We try to do it on the phone, and Social Security specifically said you don't do it on your phone. So some people do need these things. Yeah, us being one of them. But yeah, even when I get mine back from my sister, there's someone shut off my hotspot that is not connected to it, but someone shut it off. So I still have to be somewhere that has internet. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. I think some people actually do talk in that library. Right, so it's, I know you got to do a Social Security hearing, which is an hour in a public library for all the world to hear. You possibly could do it at the Star Market in Quincy if someone was wondering. They don't want to do it at the Quincy Library or something. Yeah, they have internet there. Hopefully, it won't give out on you in the middle of it. But you're really better off in a library that has an area where you can talk and just explain it to the judge. You're homeless, so you apologize if there's background noise. It's a public library. If I can get it out again for the 4th of November, I probably will, considering that if I'm still around. That's true. Yeah. But I just wouldn't want my account to just be like locked up like that, you know. I hear what you're saying. He's saying he could take it out on his if something happens. I think it'll be fine. They really don't seem like they're assholes like that there. Hmm? Last night, I definitely think we should get a deck of cards in the Yahtzee, like I said, the next time we go camping. I like Yahtzee. I like TV too. Yeah, I like City Confidential. That's one of my ones I like, and Brian likes his stuff too. Yeah, some people drive to the bathroom. It happens sometimes. It's not really that often. I was just gonna charge the friggin' laptop too. I'll have to wait. Hmm? I'll have to wait till they're done. What's the most amount of time they're gonna take? Like 30 minutes. Someone wants to know how you're feeling, babe. Someone named AKA Sadana, Aka Sadana. Pretty good. He guesses. It's pretty stressful when you know that in a couple of days you have to go back to the street. Yeah, so plus we're like weird and we like camping when there's like nobody around. So tomorrow's Labor Day, as far as I know. Like most of these people will be checking out tomorrow. They have to be out by 11. So hopefully the next couple of days will be good. Yep. Okay. I was just about to charge the laptop one more time for the night, and then a bunch of people just like drove up and they're all taking showers. So I'm gonna wait. I mean, it's I could go in there, but I just don't want to. You know, the bathroom's like, why is my phone not picking up anything? That's weird. Oh, it's probably facing me. Duh. Hold on. Yep, I'm pointing it in the wrong place. What in the heck? There we go. Yeah, that's the bathroom right there. That light. It's literally right across the street from our campsite. Well, Brian and I just spent time in three separate campgrounds at state parks, and before this, we went to a fourth one. So, hands down, the two of us, we do not like this campground. Yeah, that's like the first thing. Um, it is convenient sometimes to be right across the street from the bathroom, but I also like camping when it's pitch black at night. So it's yeah, it's convenience isn't always what I ultimately like if I had to choose. Yeah. When I was in the campground that was pitch black and the moon was out, yeah, you're not going to get that here because of the light from the bathroom. It's convenient when you wake up and you can walk to the bathroom and you don't need a flashlight or anything. But you literally actually wouldn't if the moon was out. It literally like throws light on the ground. I don't remember ever seeing that before. At first, I thought it snowed or something. I go, what is going on? And then I was like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing. And everywhere there's a break in the trees is where that white will hit the ground. So if there was a path, you'd see it. So you literally don't need all that stuff. Yeah, it's like pretty cool. So that's why, like, after experiencing that, and like if you're in the woods and you have to pee, you just go out and pee. It's pitch black, no one's gonna see you, and usually there's not campers around us. So you're not doing that here, but you really don't have to. It's basically like 10 steps to the bathroom from my tent. It's good to charge things because the internet will still work from the bathroom while it's charging. It's just we had one thing where this dude tried to walk off with it when we first got here. So it's been kind of like not the greatest. Hi, babe. In the campsites that we're at are kind of close together. Last weekend we had a family right next to us. I think it was for 2 nights. So I knew they were coming. I looked at the schedule. So as far as I know, unless they changed, they're leaving tomorrow. So it's smoking, babe. Maybe it's gonna light up without me lighting it. That okay? That usually happens, but again, this is the other thing. I don't like these circle fire pits because you can't do it. Yeah, I got to make my s'mores and charge the thing, so I'm going to be sitting out here for a while because I'm waiting for them to finish before I plug this thing in. Unless I get so impatient, I just do it anyway. So, I'm not sure he likes being on the live stream. Sometimes he doesn't mind it, but um, he's just kind of blah. I mean, he's kind of blah. He's like, this is a long time of sobriety for him, which is good. But so I figured this out June 24th. So July 24th, August 24th. I know you'd almost want to keep camping till at least September 24th, right? And half of October, because then you're almost like 4 or 5 months before you have to go back into the city like that. So the other thing too, in case you weren't aware of this, when he got sober before, he was still on Adderall, and he's not on Adderall now. So God, probably since he was like 8 years old or 6 years old. Yeah, so yeah, he just acts like his regular self because, like I said, that stuff is because of the Adderall. Right. Me too. Oh, it actually lit up. Get my marshmallow thing. I already got it on the thing. Someone left these sticks that look like arrows. Yay! Let's see if it burns long enough to make 2 of them. I have to do everything. I'm calling it now burst um, burst cooking because of these fire pit things. Because air can't get to it, so it doesn't keep burning. It goes out. This is supposed to be sort of like more leisurely when you get like regular ambers in a fire. All I can do is like burn leaves and little tiny sticks. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't have really this issue at Pearl Hill, by the way. Like I did use a lot of leaves there for my fire, but then a fire would actually burn. I don't think I was doing s'mores there, so maybe that's why I'm like noticing it more. It's probably got something to do with that. I wasn't doing s'mores. Hopefully these aren't going to smell like, I mean, taste like yuck from the burning of the leaves. See if that's hot enough to melt the chocolate. I'm going to try to do a second one. I just opened this stuff like 2 nights ago. I've been carrying this around all this time we've been camping and not making s'mores. So, Brian does not stay up late, like, at all. I mentioned it before, like, when he was using stuff, he doesn't stay up late. Oops. Different type of drunk. Whoops. Dropping all my stuff. Definitely a different type of drunk than me. I was a party drunk. I don't get this going to bed at 8 o'clock business, but his is more based on panic, I think. Honestly, I don't think I was drinking out of panic. Yeah, because I basically haven't drank since I've been homeless. So it's really kind of better to roast your marshmallows on ambers. Yeah, because it roasts like slower. But good luck. Yeah, like even keeping ambers, I noticed it last night. Even if I can get the thing to do ambers, it's not like hot enough to even melt your marshmallows. You just go, what is this? Yeah, like usually you put them over the ambers, right? It's like kind of as close as you can get them, and you sort of look for like the tiniest bit of smoke, and then it's when you pull it out, it should be brown, not black. Yeah, the marshmallows definitely could be more. Because I'm doing it by a flame, I'm not doing it by embers. That's why you have them after dinner, because you would have cooked your food, and then it's just the logs of the wood ambering. Now I lost my thing that I had the marshmallows on, the little plastic thing. Come on. Where the heck would that have gone? Oh, it's right underneath my phone. Of course it is. So because of the heat wave and stuff, these marshmallows got a little bit like melted together. But it'll be fine. That's as hot as I'm gonna get them tonight. I don't know unless I make more than two. See how that fire goes. Which person, me or Brian? Someone said impressive holding up that long sober. Still burning, man. That's pretty good. I'm gonna get a little closer to the fire. That's the other thing. I know I'm repetitive, but in case people didn't hear me before, usually it looks like a fireplace. So when you put fire in there, you can it keeps burning because air goes into it, and it's easier to feed the wood into it and stack up the wood so that air can get in. And then it's easier to roast your stuff. And when you sit in front of it, you get warm. And you can look at it. You can't even look at a fire unless you're standing up. Yeah, we won't be coming back to this campground, that's for sure. Like I'm sitting right in front of it, right? It hardly anything. Yeah, yeah. I would say that anybody that actually camps, this is not a popular campground because of these fire pits. Anyways, I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, there we go. Yeah. No, I agree. That's the problem. You can't get a fire going long enough to get one of those like chopped wood that they sell you. Okay. You can't get the fire going long enough to turn that thing into an amber. It like just goes out. It doesn't even like burn and then be like that red hot thing like I was doing at Wampatuck for like I did that for like a whole day and into like 9, 10 o'clock at night. That's all I was doing was burning stuff. If I'm having an issue with the fire, there's something wrong. Oh God, here's more people to come take a fucking shower. I guess I'm staying up. I don't know unless these people are homeless, then I'd actually feel bad. Right, if they can only afford to stay here a couple of nights and now they want to make sure they shower before they leave tomorrow or something. I was showering every day pretty much before they got here, yeah. Now it's like every other day. Okay. I don't know what that was. I don't know if s'mores can ever taste bad unless your graham crackers are like soggy or something. But I mean, ideally, I'd want my chocolate to melt. Oh God, I remember when I did hot dogs on the stick when first time Brian and I went camping. He's like, "What is this?" No, I really don't. I kind of like don't. I don't really cater to that crap. Yeah, I'm trying to get him out of it because I don't know what that is. But you just go, you're way too particular about everything. No, I have told him that, and he seems better. That's why it's like I'm not having any of that. Yeah, just because I don't think it's really like his actual self is what I'm saying. You just go, you're way too particular about everything. Yeah, it may have something to do with his anxieties and fears. This is what people do, baby. Up. This is like camping tradition. Kids love this. So whoever raised you, you shouldn't be like that. You were denied a childhood. You put a hot dog on a stick and you roast it over the fire. You don't care if it's like a little bit shriveled. Yeah, like it's not black burnt and stuff. Like, yeah, just some of the stuff. Oh, it's a little bit. And I just look at, I just give them a look. I really don't say anything anymore. I just give them a look. Some of it's probably from being born in the 80s, but yeah, it's definitely like you were robbed a childhood. Your standards are like all skewed up. I wouldn't even say they're higher, they're just skewed. That part of them. Some of them are allowed to be louder than others, but yeah, you're a kid, you're allowed to run outside, you get dirty, you can play in the dirt, you can pick up sticks, there's a fire going, you cook food on a stick, and it's fun. You go in a lake, okay, then you smell like a pond, and then you wash off in the shower. Right. And then you go, oh no, mosquitoes and all that. You see a frog, you see owl, you hear owls you never hear. It's fun. You look at the stars. You're in the dark. Ooh, everyone's in the dark. Kids love that shit. Right. They got a flashlight. They're doing it now. Yay, everyone's in the dark. We got a flashlight. They're not huddling into a tent as soon as the sun starts to go down. Come on now. That was so funny. The night that those two owls started doing that, I was laughing at myself. He had to be here. Yeah, if you're like laughing and making fun of me, I don't mind you doing that, but you had to be here, yeah. Okay, what's this? Yeah, because I'm outside at the campground, so it's dark. I'm like scrolling because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, yep. I hope he stays off and gets an improved mood. You too. And then we were talking about the s'mores, okay? We both have PayPal. I've actually posted mine. It's Mary Buchanan. I've actually posted mine on Twitter a million times, and you just go, I want, you know how when you see on the news and stuff about people have those, what do you call it? I can't even think of it now. Pay me now or something like that. I can't even think about it. Yeah, and they go, "Oh, this person has a GoFundMe, is that what it's called?" And then they get money, money, money. You go, "Why?" I'll be like, "Yeah, we're both homeless." And nothing, not even a penny. Um, we don't do Cash App, no. Well, that's nice that people ask about me. Yeah, I don't think he's ever been hypnotized, but I'll have to ask him. Yeah, I have a Twitter account. Yeah. Sometimes they ban me. They just did it to me for a week in between the two campgrounds, but it's back on now. They just pick and choose, and they're saying it's hate speech. Right. I never say I'm going to harm anybody or anything. So, like I said, it's just, even though it is free speech, but then you just go, I'm not even violating like what you're even talking about. What are you talking about? Hate speech. It's surreal. I'm being holocausted, but I have hate speech. Okay. Yeah. I think the censorship stuff is wrong because most of the things have like a mute button and you can personally block people. So it's really impossible to actually harass somebody on social media. You just go, I don't even know if I'm at replying people at the time, but if I am, it's like a news station or something, not people. I'd be careful of this too, because I don't know if this happens to other people, not to make you super paranoid, but when you're trying to like, you do an at and you're trying to like type in an organization or the news or something and it keeps showing you people's personal things, maybe don't click on them. Like, even as a joke, don't do it because then they might tell themselves now they have the right to do it because you're harassing someone. Because I just don't understand why they do that. I don't know if they're trying to help me forge friendships or, yeah, just, I'm not talking to an individual per se, right? I mean, clearly as a group, but as a mass, yeah. I ate two of them. I have to decide if I'm going to have any more before the fire goes out. I've just been like mad eating. All right, let's see. Now that I'm in the dark, I would think only one more. I might get a 28 if I have two more. Oh yeah, it doesn't sort of work that way. I might have to make two more. I don't know if I can eat two more, but I usually at one of these little Hershey's makes two of them. I don't put that much chocolate on there. I get this thing at the grocery store because I'm usually at the grocery store. I would get it at the Dollar Tree if I had the opportunity to. I think it's 8 of these little tiny squares because otherwise they're gonna charge you like $14 for Hershey's chocolate, and it's only two of us. And as you can see, he barely eats anything. Yeah. Some people just are like that. Some people are just like that. I don't think it really makes me feel sort of like weird, like I shouldn't be eating. No, but it just sort of go. I've tried to suggest to him that to make sure that he's eating enough because yeah, if all you're doing is laying around, you're sleeping like so many hours a day. When are you eating or drinking anything? He just started doing this a couple of days ago, so I'm not really. going to be too mean about it, but I did mention it this evening when he came out from the tent. I said we need to take a walk tomorrow because this is like the third day of this. So I said I'm a little bit concerned. Do you go out yet, Fire? I should try to roast 4 of them at once. Bored. Depressed people. These are the things the store makes it fun. You go, now I'm gonna try before. All right, we'll see if these are melted at all in the dark. Um, they don't really feel that cooked. Hopefully this will work. I stirred up my fire a little bit. Nope, they're still not really melted. What the? I just did the thing I was warning other people about with these things. When you open up the grate on these fire pit things, yeah, you can't see it at night. And it sticks out, you can walk right into it and hurt yourself. just obviously everything about those things I don't like. Clearly. One of the things I realized I should have done at Wampatuck and like Pearl Hill, because at Harold Parker, you have like a water spigot pretty much at every campsite. So you can put a bar of soap on it, even though the water's not hot. And then they also have their bathroom with the wash stations. Okay. Here I can just walk across the street and wash my hands in the bathroom sink with their soap and the wash stations there. But sometimes when you're just like cooking and stuff, right? So I have like my dishcloth and keep it wet and I put it up on my clothesline so I can just walk over to it or bring the cloth to the table. I'm not talking about like chicken juice and stuff, just like when I'm dealing with the tinfoil and the fire and you're checking food, your fingers get all black. So okay, let me see. Okay, yeah, the GoFundMe. I'll let them know your PayPal's on there. It's like double Holocaust. Okay, something was a good point. Now it's actually burning. Yeah, just trying to understand God. Like I like not stoked it, but I took another stick and kind of like bashed it around so it would light up again. So it is what it is. And then I put the rest of the. Oh, I got to put the matches away. Let me do that before I eat this and not whack my leg again. This can go in my purse so I don't forget to bring that anything. Oh shoot! I still have to charge the laptop. Let me put the matches away first. I'm gonna put my drink over by the tent so I don't forget that. They don't really, not around this campsite, I should say. They don't have those water spigots. They have them in the campground, but not mine. So I think they sort of expect you to use that sink where you wash your dishes. That's what I've been doing. I just drink the water out of there. I have drank the water at every single campground I've been to, and I'm still here. I haven't gotten diarrhea, sick, anything. Nope. So I can tell you that. If you go camping in Harold Parker State Forest, Massasoit State Forest, Pearl Hill State Forest, or Wampatuck State Forest, and you get sick, it's not from the water. Okay, just let you know. Al's mother had a wicked thing about that too. I just don't want to hear about it. It's probably one of those pseudo things, psychosomatic things. No, not you're more sensitive to the water. I figured it out with her. She has anxiety every time she goes somewhere. She doesn't like going anywhere outside of her own house. She's dead now, but when she was living, she doesn't like going anywhere outside of her own house. So that's why she gets diarrhea when she travels. So anyway, where is okay? It's right here. I gotta plug this thing in. Right.
I jumped up in the aisle and I took off running for that back door, praying the whole time that it would open. Maxwell's prayer is answered.
How do I get this thing to close?
It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful day. My heart just soared. It was as if I was free already at that moment.
Right, there we go. So now it's down to 36% from 50% just in that amount of time. Holy crap. It's going to take like 45 minutes for the charge all the way. So then I'll go like this. E10. All right. It's saying 34 minutes. Usually it lies to me. So that's at least 29. Ooh, like that's like midnight. Oh no, 29. Ah. Well, I'm starting to. God, 29. Yeah, I should. I should remind him about how badly he wants to get back to the city, where I was the one who wanted to lay down. And he's way too early to lay down. He's forgotten all that apparently. Is I had to bring some stuff over to the tent. All right. Are you sleeping, babe?
No.
Okay, I just put in a couple things in here because I'm charging the laptop now. I finally got the fire going after you came in the tent. So I made a couple of s'mores. Put that stuff away. I got this. And this stuff. I just want to make sure I don't leave anything out there. You can move that stuff to my side if you want, babe. No, I got a little bit of fire in this light from the bathroom. Thank you, babe. It's still, the fire's still going now. It's pretty good. Yeah, I actually have more wood. I wasn't really planning on staying up that late, so maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, I mean, I'm still here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night, so. And I don't know if I'm going to find it. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I mean, clearly the park rangers know. I have not bought one bundle of firewood in almost 6 weeks, yeah. People, I usually gather kindling, people leave that stuff. Yeah. This campsite, you gotta wander off to find stuff. They have stuff all chopped off down over there where that woman thinks is a trail behind these two campsites. I can access it too. Um, not, I think actually you can now that I'm thinking about it. I think you can actually exit through my campsite into those trails, but you're not supposed to. It's a campsite. I can do it. It's like she may have done it once and didn't realize that she shouldn't have been doing it. And hopefully no one was camping here at the time. You would think the orange barriers would indicate that the park rangers don't want you doing it. Even when those campsites are empty, I won't knock down those orange things to go through there. Nope. I mean, come on. Anyways, I think I got everything off the table at the marshmallow off in the morning. All right, so I got these things. Moved that to there. Watching it laptop. Yeah, this looks pretty good right now. No, hold on. I don't think my phone lets me. Let me see if it works. What does that do? Did that do anything? Oh, that did. That changed it so it's facing out. Yeah, really good. This fire pit. Anyways. I think he was drinking like that because he's in a panic because he's homeless. That's my point about that. like a non-stop panic attack. If you saw the way when he wakes up in the morning, he will start trying to get stuff out of the trash and stuff. Little sips of it and stuff. Non-stop panic attack. It's difficult to watch. No, he has like the ETs and all that crap. And then he'd go to bed at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and I'd say, well, that was not me when I was drinking. Whoops. I stay up till like 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Usually at a cruise or like a dance bar or something. Yeah, like dancing, partying, getting food, going all night to diners to get food. I guess when all this crap happened, first I was so much like in with God that it just wasn't as terrible as it could be. And it just wasn't in my mind thought to drink. Like it's not really like a coping mechanism. It's how once you reach a certain degree of sobriety, you never go back to using. Not not that substance. You don't. Mm-mm. You might go substance to substance to substance to substance, and then I don't know. Usually you would get well, but I mean, in the way the world is, you just like implode. Apparently, you get an assault and battery. Um, right. You got people shutting off this, that, and the other because you're a crazy person because they won't do anything about what the hell's going on with you. Just yeah, I think once you reach a certain, it doesn't have anything to do with time. It has nothing to do with time. It has to do with you actually like getting sober. And once you reach a certain level of sobriety, you never go back to that substance. It's not something that you would even think to do. Right? Once you hit the what the fuck moment, and you have to do something else, like you start like lifted weights, you start jogging, you right. Some people will go back to work and whatever. It's like whatever as soon as you reach that moment where you just go, oh the fuck of sobriety, you're never gonna go back to using. I would say if you thought you reached that went back to using, you didn't. You are begging. That's what I would say. You were still that pitiful begging drunk or drug addict. Right? You didn't like come into a woman or a man and just go, what the fuck? Uh-oh, that's not cool. The dog was actually barking at two young dudes going to the bathroom. That's not really cool. I was just saying earlier they didn't do that. I was just saying they bark at other dogs. I don't know unless it's one of their family members and the dog is pissed like they're running away in the dark. I was thinking, or I was like giving thought to go, yeah, maybe like once certain things happened to me, I think I just went, I have no reason to drink. I mean, clearly it's not me, it's you. Maybe that's my psychology. Like that was my reason for doing it. That seems likely in retrospect that it got to the point where I went, all right, so you're all batshit insane and damn, so why would I drink? God just basically in an instant showed me that everything, all this stuff is you're fucking crazy and I'm not. Okay. No more drinking needed. I must have been drinking because I thought that there was something wrong with me and I was a bad person. And it turns out that's not true. I mean, it's just, apparently I didn't even know what a bad person was. I had no idea what a bad person was. Yes. Yeah, I did. I actually ate four s'mores, and I really didn't think I would. But then I kind of thought maybe I could, like a goal, and not really like a negative thing that I could. Well, I'm not really supposed to have sugar, but I'm not eating s'mores typically, and it took all this time to. Aside from that, it's more like a medical condition. It has nothing to do with weight gain. I'm never in a day ever gonna put on fat. I'm just not. And the only way I can put on muscle is the other diet I was following, like weight bearing and stuff. So the only concern is that my liver and kidneys will go poof. And sometimes if it's bad enough, I will get like swelling in my face. It was a constant because of the food. I mean, the not walking doesn't help too, but it's because of the food. I think I said like quarter 29, right? I might start to get a little bit tired now, which is basically just sort of like relaxed. 8:24. So I still have like 20 minutes. It's only been 10 minutes since I plugged the thing in. 14 minutes. It was 8:10. I don't know. I would say that like I'm kind of going. He's clearly going to be like less stressed, but yet now he's becoming more stressed because we'll be here for a couple more days. He starts psychotherapy. Gotta get him up and doing this, that, and the other. He starts seeing his therapist on the 10th. That's part of the reason why we. I mean, I guess it has nothing to do with that. Yeah, I guess it has nothing to do with not camping. But he's definitely not missing that appointment. But he wouldn't have to. We wouldn't stay at this campground anyway. Yeah, like I don't know. I have to just think everything happens for a reason. But if we couldn't stay at Wampatuck. Number one, I thought we could, but they closed their non-electric sites as of tomorrow. 2 week rule is over. They closed their non-electric sites. It's pretty shitty. So would just be able to make a decision as a couple if that's going to be good for us to be doing. or we just have to bite the bullet and just spend more money on campgrounds until, and then worry about being street homeless in October. That's kind of the way I'm viewing it now. Like, because I got to return this thing at the library on the 4th when I leave here. He's, we could go to, yeah, I've gone over this a million times, because there's a commuter rail that goes right to Quincy Center from there. You have to take the train right to Quincy Center and keep your appointment. I gotta consider his wants and needs about what he actually wants to do. Okay, so right. He doesn't seem mad about the conversations where you go, okay, you're bored? Okay. Are you sure you're not stressed out because you know that we're not going to another campground after this? Okay. Because before it was all like, okay, and then we'll go to Quincy and we'll go here and we'll go there. And it was like discussion about the plan and stuff. There doesn't really seem to be like you go from sort of like being somewhat excited and this is sort of stressed. Okay, so after we go back to the city and we return the laptop and we go to our storage finally and find out, make sure mice haven't destroyed everything in our storage, maybe do a laundry again or something, right? And then, because it's supposed to rain like Friday too, so that's gonna find another place to sleep and stuff. It's gonna be copacetic because we've been gone for a month and a half, so we don't know what's been going on in Cambridge. So then you go, right, then I would think that there should be some sort of input from him about, like, it doesn't mean he's wrong because that's just what he wants to do. It's like, do you feel actually less bored now? Okay. He probably doesn't remember the amount of complaining he was doing before he was hitting the head with the hammer. I'll give him that. He may be having issues with his memory, or it's one of those things where it's like when someone lets you stay in their room in their house and then you start complaining and you start thinking you're just going to go back to the shelter because you forgot how terrible it was. Yeah. From my recall, he was like just hell on fucking wheels before he got attacked in the head with the hammer. He was hell on wheels. He's completely fucking. I know, so you go, you're not anxious at all about going back to what we were doing before you went to the hospital? Yeah, maybe like talk with me about it. I'm trying to, as a couple who would, first of all, comfort you about, or you're panicked, or you're gonna really want to. That was pretty good. That's probably like God sort of like helped me sort of like think about it too. You know, it's been since June 24th, which he has no recall of, by the way. So say it's been since June 23rd. I do actually remember the time leading up to that. I actually do remember the time leading to that. Yep. And I'm actually pretty convinced I know what was going on there too. It's called Adderall and marijuana. I'm pretty sure I know what was going on there. It's called Adderall and marijuana. So we had a big, huge fight at Harold Parker in April, and I canceled the week I had booked and went back and took a bed in a shelter because I was so fucking pissed. And we ended up there after an incident at Porter. Okay, right. So clearly none of that has been going on yet. Okay, so more communication about what exactly is going on because let's not go back to that. Just that was like a terrible time for me. This isn't. This is, you know. manageable. It's clearly not going to work out again with one, at least me in a shelter and him not. That's not going to work out. And clearly, I wouldn't expect him to go into a shelter without me. But I have no idea. I would just be sleeping outside by myself. If he got a bed in that lottery and I didn't, I would just be outside by myself. What else would I do? Like, there's a secret thing I could do that I just don't do because Brian's around. Brian's around. In fact, when he took off, when we were at the warming center, I ended up sleeping the fuck out. I was at the airport all night long, sitting up, which I'm not supposed to do. And then I was in Dedham for the most part, sitting up trying to sleep. It was so fucking cold outside. I couldn't, not a secret place I can go. Then I unfortunately ended up at Barbara Kent's daughter, and I found a secret place that I can go if Brian's not around. I would say this to people: never go someplace that a person will only. Okay. I was just saying before the thing shut off. Never go somewhere that a person is only going to let you go there if you're alone. Never do that. Right? It should be even more insane when you're married and you can go there as long as you're not with your husband. Issues with the live stream. I think there is actually people in the bathroom because I can hear people talking and I just heard a toilet flush. What time is it now? 8:36, a little bit longer, like 10 more minutes, right? And it's gonna lie to me. I'll go in there in 10 more minutes and it won't be. It just still says yes, yes, great point. So she was probably like, nope, not the ranger. So, almost said it's like an offense towards English. Maybe the fire only works in the dark or something. Oh, this is what I was going to say when I was putting stuff away in my tent. I was going to say, right, when I said something about this is like the third day, so, you know, we should probably take a walk tomorrow because I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. Okay. If your wife says that, I was saying that, I don't know, maybe husbands say this to wives too, that is possible.